We have a trigonometry question here. At what point in the first quadrant does the line with the equation y equal 2x plus 5 intersect a circle with radius 2 and center 0, 5? Well, anytime I'm given a problem that has graphs in it, I graph it. So here is my little graph. I make sure that I have the point 0, 5 on it, and then that includes the radius in both directions. So I start at the center and I count 2 up for a circle intersection, and 2 down, and then 2 over in each direction for my circle. Kind of eyeballing it here on the left. Now I connect the 4 corners with a nice round shape, as much as round as possible as I can get. It's not too bad. Kind of missed that one over there. But it still looks circular. Now this graph is obviously not going to give me the exact values, but it's going to give me an idea of where it is. So now my equation of my line is y equal 2x plus 5, so it intersects the horizontal or the vertical axis at 5, and I have a slope of 2 over 1. So from here, to get a point on this graph, I start at the intercept, and I go up 2, and I go over 1, which is about here. Now, it kind of looks like that's where my intersection is, but don't believe it. This is just what we call a sketch. That's why we call it a sketch, because it's not perfect. Now, I know it's going to be somewhere near 1 or between 0 and 1, but this is the one in the first quadrant. This is in the second quadrant, so we're not going to worry about that one. We're looking for that point in the first quadrant, a positive x, because that x is negative. All right. Now, in order to find the intersection between 2 graphs, I have to have the equations of 2 graphs. I only have the equation of 1 graph. But I do know I have a radius 2 circle with a center at 0, 5. So center at 0, 5, radius of 2. That gives me the lovely equation of x minus 0 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 2 squared. If I make that a little simpler, x squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 4. Now I have to find the intersection between this graph and this graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2x plus 5 and I'm going to sub it in for y, because if the place at which they're intersecting is some point xy, that means that y and that y have to be the same. That's why I can that's why I can substitute it in there. Sorry. So that's going to give me x squared plus 2x plus 5 minus 5 squared equals 4. So x squared plus, now those 5's cancel, that's nice. 2x squared equals 4. X squared plus 4x squared equals 4. If I combine like terms over here, I get 5x squared equals 4. Solve for x squared. X squared equals 4 over 5. Now to finish, everybody knows, oh, let's just take the square root. But remember, when you put this symbol on your paper, it wasn't there before and now it's there. What do you have to put in front? Nothing but a plus or minus. Now I'm going to simplify this a little bit. The square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of 5 is just the square root of 5. Now I have 2 choices. I have the plus choice and the minus choice. And I'm going to choose this one because its x is positive and in quadrant 1. Remember, the quadrants are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. Counterclockwise, starting 1 here. All right. So then my x-coordinate is going to be 2 over square root of 5. Then to find my y-coordinate, I substitute 2 over square root of 5 into my linear function. So that simplifies to y equal 4 over square root of 5 plus 5. And then the exact ordered pair, the exact value of the intersection is x equal 2 over square root of 5 and y equal 4 over square root of 5 plus 5. Now if you're going to approximate it, that's when you stuff it in your calculator and get an approximate value. And I believe I got x to be 0.8944, comma 6.7889. Now with the approximate values, you can kind of look at your graph and make sure you're right. So that's about 1, which looks good. And that's almost 7, which looks about right. Telling the graph's going to be off a little bit, but at least you can compare and check to make sure that you are right.